Speaking of Trump, this is my favorite part of the whole agenda, actually. So this dude was going to unveil his own plan for the subsidies related to the Affordable Care Act. And, because Democrats shut the government down over this thing, new Republicans were never going to sign it, right? And we're making a big deal out of it, wanting to extend the subsidies, because if you don't, then over the next year, you're going to see people's premiums skyrocket on their health insurance.
Yep.
So apparently Trump's plan, which he has not actually unveiled because there was Republican pushback, but what he wants to do is, through executive order, extend the subsidies for the Affordable Care Act for 2 years, which would just take the issue off the table. Now, this is a Trump move if I've ever seen one, because if you really think about how crazy this is, if I can even begin to break it down, I had to write it down actually just to make sure I get this right. But so regardless of this man's long history of hating on Obamacare and the Affordable Care Act and claiming to want to replace it, but never having a replacement, regardless of all that, he wants to preempt the vote and extend the subsidies themselves, which Democrats should argue is not legal because it has to be done by Congress. You can't do that by executive order, right? They were passed by Congress, so Congress should have to extend them. So are Democrats going to be in a position to fight Trump's extension of the subsidies that they want because it's not happening the way they want it to happen, which never would have happened anyway, which would have been the best political outcome for them going into the midterms, even though it hurts people all over the country. Think about I want you to think about this mess, because the best thing for Democrats as a party is that these subsidies do not get extended because of Republicans.
Right.
Because when you come into the midterms, you can tell everybody, look what happened to your premiums. So if Trump then just comes in and takes that off the table and extends it himself through executive order, what are you going to do? Do you just say, oh, well, now we can't talk about that? Or do you go and say he can't do that and then show your cards and be like, because we want it to go to a vote in Congress. Yeah, we want it to go to Congress because we know Republicans won't sign it. And then we can claim a victory because we can point fingers at them. Well, at the end of the day, if what you really wanted was the subsidies, if that's what you really, really wanted, if that was the most important thing and Trump extends them for 2 years, then you going to throw a party? You going to celebrate? I don't think so. And they're not going to do that. Now, that's vintage Trump right there. Like, that don't even make no sense that he would extend it, except for from the political side, it does make sense because he takes it off the table for the midterm.
That's right.
Like, if you were a poli-sci major and you were in class and somebody was given a scenario and pulled something like that, you'd be in shock.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, he pulled a Trump. Like, I saw that in person.
Yeah,
like,
a big deal like that would probably help him, with the seats in the House that are up in the midterm. That'd help a lot.
It takes that off the table. You're not going to be able to complain about the ACA subsidies coming into the midterm because Trump just wiped that off the table. And he's somehow the hero who saved everybody through the ACA. It's a mess.
Yeah.
But it's genius at the same time because you see the position it puts Democrats in. I'm just saying, let's watch it. Let's see what happens.
Oh, Trump would love that. He'd be like, Obama made ACA, but saved.
Oh, he's going to say things like that.
Yeah.
But we have to watch and see. Does he unveil this plan? How do they deal with it? But because the Republicans are pushing back on, because good and damn well they can't go back to their constituents and explain what I just said to you. They can't be like, well, hold up. Yes, we all hate it. But you know what I mean? If this doesn't happen, which I never would have voted to happen, it's going to hurt you. And I was going to hurt you, but we're going to let him not hurt you. It just gets, you see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. It's confusing.
It is a damn mess. It's a Trump maneuver, man.
Yeah.
It's like you could go to school and try to study politics and they'd be like, you come up with a Trump maneuver. And you would have to think long and hard to be like, how would I go against everything I've ever said and yet at the same time claim a full-blown victory and destroy my enemies coming into an election? That's it right there. That's some of that Trump giant. Folks don't give him enough credit for that type of stuff because he's outside the box. Now, he might not do it. Maybe Mike Johnson and them are like, come on, man. But then if they don't, then the premiums are going to shoot up and Democrats are going to have a lot more energy coming in the midterms being like, yeah, you were already suffering from inflation. Boom, 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 boom. Now you get knocked over by these premiums. What are you going to do? Because Republicans don't have that replacement they've been talking about all these years.
Yeah, I saw a Daily Show. I think it was Jon Stewart was doing segments on Trump and talking about the economy and how Trump was going to, in this interview, try to describe how he was going to walk the tightrope with like, which part of the economy is bad, which part of the economy is good. And Trump's like, oh, if it's good, then it's me. If it's bad, then it's Biden.
Yeah, it's always Biden bad, him good. It doesn't make any sense.
And it's going to be the same thing with the healthcare. He'll be like, no, when I saved the healthcare, it was good. Everything about Obama's healthcare was bad.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's just Trump talking, but it works that way for him. It ends up clearly he's been elected twice. Something's working for him.
Yeah,